Welcome back to the channel, and we're finishing off working on the 350Z today. Sean has got this engine all cleaned up. You guys seen that a little bit in the last video. Probably before we put it in there, we should probably do a little bit of a compression test.
Yeah, we'll get the...
But as soon as we have the transmission on here and the starter and all that stuff, we'll get it all figured out. But in the last video, David stopped by and he dropped off. Basically, it looked like pretty much a brand new dual mass flywheel. Huge shout out to Mr. Junkyard Dave for that. But I mean, it was in great shape. These things are expensive.
Compared to the one that was on there.
Yeah, the one on here was pretty bad. So the car did come with a new like stage 2 clutch. It's a cheaper one. It's a clutch master, not a clutch masters. I would like to do a little bit of drifting with this thing. So it has a 6-puck disc in there, and then this is just the stock, you know, transmission with 258,000 miles on it.
Doing great though.
No, it shifted beautifully. So he's gonna go ahead and get this thing smashed up on here. We have the wiring harness that's still attached to the transmission. Do a compression test. Maybe think we should throw like plugs or something in it too. Smart plugs.
Probably while it's out, yeah.
So my buddy Charles, if you guys didn't know, Charles has been editing some of my videos. Well, the past like 2 or 3 videos that you guys have seen, Charles has been editing, and one of the things that he's been driving is like a 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee or something, and it's missing a grill. So it's been kind of a...
He's a big fitment guy though.
Yeah, he was talking about something. I don't know.
We had the Evo wagon over here. Yeah, something with the... So one of the latches on the rear door is messed up. I messed it up when we put it back together, so the door doesn't shut correctly or all the way. And he was like, you know, I couldn't drive this thing because I'm a big fitment guy. But out in front of the shop, as he said that, is his Jeep without a grill. So I said, how's that grill on your Jeep doing? And he just didn't know what to say. So it's been that was about a month or 2 now. So when we were at the junkyard, I actually deleted this out of the video that I sent him to edit because we did film it. But when we're picking up the 350Z engine, they had one of those Jeeps that was just like, basically they just pulled it in the yard that day. And I was like, hey, how much for that grill? So $40, we got a grill. It was red, so we went ahead and used a can of Plasti Dip on it. Just, you know, the universal paint match. Yeah. Well, his is blue, this one was red. We didn't have any blue that matched, obviously, so we had a can of black Plasti Dip. So
yeah, he's about 10 minutes away, so we're actually gonna surprise him with a grill. I think I just bought another car that's outside of the shop. I know I should be getting rid of stuff, so I'm gonna take him for a quick little drive in that, and then I don't think he locks his thing, so Sean is just gonna go ahead and install that grill for him, and everything should be fine after that. But
we're not gonna tell him that we did it. We're just gonna wait for his reaction. I don't know if we get that on film or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, let's get that on and compression test, and then send it in there. See if we can get it. I got some parts coming for this thing too.
From him?
Got a radiator. That should be here tomorrow.
What's wrong with this one? The fins?
Well, I just got a coil.
Oh, you got
nice coil radiator. I got some oil cooler stuff coming for it too, which we probably won't do that in this video, but there is a drift event this Sunday, just drift week style.
Up there.
Drive
this thing makes more power than the V8 and the 240.
Honestly,
so
it does. It'd be a lot more fun to drive than the V8 240. The other thing I thought about doing, we could just take both of these. We could bring this one, you could drive this, and I could bring the S14, but we have to hook up the nitrous. Because I would really like to drive my S14 again before the end of the year. And getting the nitrous actually
I still can't figure out that nitrous
and hooked up on it.
That nitrous situation.
Well, it was just the solenoid didn't have enough clamp, but it's probably gonna be running by the end of this video. Let's go, boys. Charles just got down here to the shop, and he actually picked up a bunch of parts. Hey, how's your grill doing?
Dude, I need one. I need a new one. You want to go to the junkyard?
That looks beautiful. I've been looking around. I can't find any.
Dude, I can't find any either, so that's the problem.
Charles actually picked up a lot of parts for me up north. So we got a stock 350Z rear bumper because my bumper, this whole corner is ripped off. Nismo polyurethane front bumper right here. Look at that lip.
Buddy.
Look at that lip. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, this is Nismo. That's Nismo. Also, we got a 350Z HR hood, which has a bump in it. You probably don't know what that is, but has a bump in it, and then a skid plate.
Yeah, the skid plate's under all this.
Hey buddy, I've made it 27 years not knowing what that is, and I've been doing just fine, so.
Okay. All right. Hey, that actually, let's see what brand is it. Flip it over. KBD. This is like a $500 bumper. It actually kind of looks like poo, but
yeah, great.
We might need to go get an OEM one, but look at this 350Z HR hood. It's got that bump right there. That's essential to the program, is having that bump, I guess. Do you have a Wix? What's like the best one that's like not $10?
I'll do Wix XP.
Two of those units.
2 of those.
Sir?
Hello? All right, so just got back from the parts store. Got a case of freaking California pea water. is what I'm gonna call it, because
I like that better.
it doesn't work as good as it used to.
I
So
think it works great.
got some new spark plugs for this unit. Gonna actually do a compression test before we stick it in. Got a new gauge on the compression tester because the other one was
125 psi.
I mean, that's good as long as it's consistent. It's been sitting in the junkyard for a minute, so. And also the throttle blade isn't open too, so it could, I guess it probably gets some air from there, but it sounds good thumping over like that. Should we put some new tranny fluid in here too? Let's see how number 2's doing. If we have any issues, then we'll tell you. This one's almost 145.
It's getting better and better.
Getting better all the time. What is it?
Good.
What one's that?
Like right under 150.
Pretty much all of them except for the front one had about 150, at least over 140, because this one was about 145, and then the rest were about 150. So this one had about, what, 125 to start with? Maybe it built up some oil pressure. So
It's like
a little bit less, but honestly not terrible. Probably once it starts up and runs and
Could be a dirty valve or this, like, yeah, get it running.
hits the rev limiter a couple times, it's gonna be fine. Hey, should I go drift this thing on Sunday?
Oh, you can do whatever you like. I'll be here working.
You got a nice little project going on over there.
That's almost done. Thing
Yeah, well, hurry up, buddy.
Wouldn't go to my neck. Like, I couldn't put the button around my neck. That feels great.
That's some meat right there.
We're doing great. We're doing great. Well, we're lowering this car down, and I have the subframe on the motor. I have it a little bit. I don't know. It kind of looks not too bad. It looks kind of great. We're just gonna get it as low as we can, then if we have to, pick it up with the cherry picker.
I think we're gonna pick it up with the cherry picker. Press stop right there. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to.
That's fine. We'll just pick
the
it up with the
engine hoist, and then just go whoop, and then yeah, you're good to go.
Do what?
Yeah.
Like,
We'll just.
y'all have to do
What we'll
what?
do is we'll just whoop whoop.
What is leaking?
See this other side. Just like that, she's in. Look at it. Now we got a Z again. Reminds me a lot of the R8. So if you guys didn't know, I had an R8. It was weird that I had an R8, right?
Jack up that
And,
jack some more?
so bought it and it needed the front one.
Yeah.
Bought an R8, it needed an engine. Replaced the engine. And it was really interesting. It was just like this thing. It was like a shoebox. Like looking in the engine bay, you can't get to anything on the sides. The top, the bottom is like the only thing you get to. But then as soon as it comes out, which it comes out really easy like this, if you do the right things, then everything was accessible, you know? It's like GTRs, like R35 is pretty much like if you're gonna do turbos or any other stuff, like you can do it. It's almost just easier to just drop the whole subframe. Like if you want to change oil on your 6-liter Power Stroke, pull the cab, you know?
Yeah, every time I change my oil, I just pull my cab off.
Pull the cab off with the 6-liter. No, the 6 liters are great. You only have to do that when you do the head gaskets or basically the head gaskets. All right, guys. So the cool thing about being a YouTuber and hiring your friend that's also a mechanic and sometimes he works on stuff.
Yeah.
Is now this thing is pretty much ready to run. So I mean,
I got 2 motors done yesterday.
well, you got your Malibu.
My Malibu motor cradles back up in there. Motor runs, ready to rip. This thing runs, ready to rip.
How do you know it runs? This is supposed to be the first start. So we're gonna see if this thing starts. Actually, Sean already started it, but
I started first.
we're gonna go ahead and see. We're gonna do the YouTube first start, and then after this, we're gonna do the first drive and see how it runs.
We're waiting on.
Test pipes and a radiator, which should both be
I
here
need to get
today.
a steering shaft.
Oh yeah, how are we gonna drive it? What is that? Our junkyard engine was a success. We went ahead and with the compression test. There was only one that was like 120. The other ones were like 150, which that's pretty fine.
It might clean up too.
Yeah, it'll probably end up cleaning up.
Depending on
But
why,
we
it's
put fresh oil, fresh filter, fresh spark plugs. Is there any check engine lights? Probably the O2.
Yeah,
O2
there's
and throttle
O2. There's no math, but the check engine light was on to begin with too. So we'll get everything on, we'll clear it, and then we'll drive and see what happens.
And we got a brand new coil radiator on its way right now. As soon as the UPS lady gets over here, and then we also have the test pipes.
When are they going to be here? Today?
They might not be here today, but maybe we could throw the stock exhaust back on it because I don't know if that thing's gonna actually work.
What?
With how rusty that thing is, we might have to actually get a white pipe because it's
Well, we'll
freaking
try.
rusty.
I soaked it in PB Blaster. Deleting the cats is probably great. They're 250,000 mile cats. They're probably full of poo.
Maybe. So the other thing is, you seen that our boy Charles, he went ahead and he picked up that front bumper, the hood, and the rear bumper. So in the back of this thing, basically what happened with this car and how I got it for such a great price is that they hit a, it was like a semi tire on the road or a wheel. So it hit this, it did some stuff up here, it went underneath, it gashed the fuel tank, and then actually in the back, it like ripped off the thing, and then somebody backed into the car in the guy's, I guess, what was it? His neighborhood. So if you guys come back here, we got this dent right here. This is where somebody backed into it, and we have that used OEM rear bumper that we're gonna stick on here. So Sean's gonna go ahead, pull the tail light, pull this stuff off right here. We're gonna try to push this quarter panel back out, give it a little tappy, put that new bumper on it, and then it's actually gonna look pretty good because it's already black. So, and then we have the ugly front bumper. The front bumper is really ugly.
It's heavy, it's ugly, it's flimsy.
Well, it's not really that flimsy, but it's just, it's kind of weird.
Poly, right?
Polyurethane,
it's
yeah.
strong. I don't know, it's weird.
It's
heavy.
strong.
It's strong, but it's like
Thick.
It's thick.
It's a thick boy.
Yeah, thick boy. Yeah.
Really thick boy. So, and then this thing does have some hail damage on it. So what?
On the inside.
So how did it get on the inside?
Well, so I think what happened is it broke out this back window and then it held on these pieces.
Wow.
So
Is there a vent on this hatch?
You'll get that in Colorado. Only the best for the VIP giveaway. Yep. Well, also, kind of hope whoever doesn't pick this because I want to keep doing things with it because I kind of like it. We found out that this hood, not only is it the HR hood, it's literally a brand new, never been installed HR hood from the dealership. So this is probably like a $600 or $1,000 hood. She said it was primered, and it was. I thought like somebody had it, and the way that it looked all dusty, and it was really ugly in the picture, and it looked terrible. And I was just like, it's a $100 hood. Because like DE hoods sell for like $300, like a used one. This is like a brand new from the dealer HR hood, so it's probably $600 to $1,000. $450 for the two bumpers, front, rear, hood, and a skid plate. Skid plate's $150, I think. My favorite radiator ever, which is a Koyo, and this is I think it's the dual pass or the triple pass, like the racing radiator for this unit. So it's a little bit thinner. It's a 48 mil instead of a 53 mil. They make two options, but this one, it goes like, whereas the other one just goes like, for this one, great unit. Direct replacement. The factory fans should fit right on here. And if you guys actually want one of these radiators, we could sell it to you on MotionAutoPerformance.com. Link in the description. How you doing? Oh, yep.
Look at that unit.
Yep. What do you think about this 35.5 pound bumper that we're gonna put on here?
It is pretty heavy.
This
not
is
gonna
a
lie.
heavy boy. Really heavy boy. So, Sean, check this out.
Dirty.
Do you think this had anything
Oh,
to
God.
do? Do you think that had anything to do with this thing getting overheated on the track?
Yeah, it definitely didn't help.
I mean, it's got.
like there was like a nest in it.
It's got leaves. It's got like dryer lint on it. It's got. Look at all that right there at the bottom.
Oh.
Yep. On top, look at this. It's like a dryer sheet on a stock 250,000 mile radiator.
Yeah, that
Going through a.
there was not a lot of air going through that. And it's behind the condenser basically, so all that stuff builds up between the two, and then you already have restrictive airflow from the condenser, and then you have restrictive airflow with a bunch of poo in it. So.
New updated plan. So I believe your Medicare Part A and B both are active right now.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Ma'am, sir, how old are you?
I have a question for you actually. I just have one question. How many? Are you there, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. How many times do I have to tell you guys to stop calling me before you stop calling me?
It's my first time I can call you.
Excuse
I'm
me?
calling you.
What?
It's my first time to call you.
Whoever had this phone before me, they're big Medicare fans, I guess, because they get calls all day.
It says online when you buy the Koyo that you might have to trim a little bit down at the bottom, and we figured out where that is. It's right on the bottom where the radiator hose goes. It's basically just butted right up against the bottom of that. So you're just gonna give it a little bit of a trim.
A little razzle dazzle.
And we'll show you guys the fitment that it needed.
Great work.
I want one. Oh yeah, the red 40 and the green 30, yeah. How will it fit? Buddy.
So the car's now up in the air. They were having problems getting it put in through the top. So probably gonna have to pull the sway bar, right?
Drop down that first. Drop down the bolts and they should flop down.
Okay.
Which one you take? The blue one, you wake up, you never knew me. You wake up in your bed, you're 12 years old. The red pill, you're here for my bullshit for the rest of your life. Which one would you like?
Oh, here, let me.
Oh! Oh!
I'll just have one. I'll have them both so they just counter each other off.
So the blue one, you wake up, you're 12 years old in your bed. Nothing ever happened.
It's all been a
The
dream.
red pill, you're right here with me.
Probably the blue one.
Oh.
So we can start over and I can help you through all your misguided bullshit.
You don't ever meet me no more.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Okay.
I can't. Where is it supposed to go?
Somewhere.
Not only did we transform this thing from a knockin', it started its life not knocking, then we made it knock, then we sent a rod out of the bottom of it, then we replaced the engine. Now we have a brand new KBD, this polyurethane front bumper. This thing weighs probably 35.5 pounds, really heavy. Finish of it is a little bit better. Honestly, I'm not really digging the way it looks. I'd much rather just have like a stock Z front end with just like a lip. The rear looks great. Other than this, we tried to tap a little bit of this out, but it was just kind of, there's not a place, because there's like a layer in front of it. We're gonna stud gun this here in a little bit, not today, because I need to pull off the rear bumper because we gotta replace this corner anyhow. Maybe body work, maybe not. This rear bumper is black already, so it kind of like, you kind of get away with not doing anything to it. We're gonna back it out. I wanna see if it'll do a donut. There's a drift event this Sunday here in Colorado. I wanna drive either this or my S14. Been a while since I drifted, you know, especially driving a car like this that's so simple and just like reliable. You know, I think the only reason that the other engine even blew up was just because we just got so hot on the track. Otherwise, I think it would still be ripping in here. Could be you, VIP member, you could pick this thing, take it home with you. We're gonna go drive it, see if it does some donuts. Yep. Yeah, clutch definitely needs to bled. did. Like, I think once we get the exhaust and all that stuff kind of figured out, then it'll be good. Yeah, definitely. The clutch is really mad. Uh-oh.
Shouldn't need to be flat. We didn't unhook any of those on.
I mean, that thing could have, like the little thing could have.
Clutch could have put the shift fork in a different position. Put the throw bearing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, buddy. Oh, no.
It's hot. Coolant temp it's up there, so maybe it needs coolant now. A little bit warm.
Just a tiny bit. What's that clunking noise?
Pop the hood.
I don't know.
Hey, pop the hood.
I mean, it runs fine though. Doesn't it seem like it would have done a donut if I would have gave her the clutch? It doesn't feel hot. It probably just needs, that whole side's cold. Well, oh, you know what it needs? You gotta bleed it right here. So with these coil radiators, when you have the triple pass ones, there's another cap that you basically have to pull off. We didn't do that. There's also a bleeder on the back of the engine too. Maybe we'll do that. It's on the heater hose.
Yeah, coming out.
Alright guys, so last night we did the first drive on this thing and it was, I guess, a partial success other than the fact that the clutch felt really weird. So today, me and Sean threw it up on the lift and just this felt a little bit kind of wiggly and we're like, oh, we need to bleed the clutch. We take a look at this thing. What happened?
Yeah, basically the pivot ball, the stud just broke right off.
So this is actually a common thing, kind of happens,
Transit, yeah.
and they actually make upgraded versions. So the whole plan with this situation with this car and kind of the reason we kind of were rushing to get it all done is the last event in Colorado is on, last drift event in Colorado is on Sunday, and I just wanted to take this thing and just go drive, you know, basically a stock 350Z on the track and show you guys how much fun it is, and you know, say, hey, if you guys win this thing, the VIP giveaway, like, look how much fun you could have on the track. You could drift it, you could daily it, you could do whatever. It's a great car. Yeah, we ended up throwing this little skid plate on here today just kind of for mock-up, see how it did. We were basically gonna go into full drift mode prep. We were gonna get a little bit more angle on it than factory. There's some little tricks that you could do. And yeah, was gonna bleed the clutch and basically get it ready for the event. And then now we have that. Nissan doesn't have one until Tuesday. Nobody in the state has one. I'm sure I could find a used one, but again, that's just one of those things. You put a used one in here, they're kind of prone to failure and then it happens again. So definitely glad that it happened here instead of at the event or on the way up to the event, because I was actually gonna drive it up to the event. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this 350Z episode, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for maybe possibly hitting that like button, maybe hitting that dislike button twice. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, I think we're actually gonna go home and get my S14 right now with the 3UZ swap and take it to the track. So take it to the track on Sunday. Also, if you are around in Colorado, if this video goes up before then, or it's probably today, maybe today. If you guys are in Colorado, come out to IMI Motorsports Park, check out the S14, or I should be driving up there, drifting, and having a good time. I haven't driven enough. That's why I kind of wanted to build this thing, but yeah, appreciate you guys watching. See you later.